I designed my own set in TCG Pocket based around the Hoenn region. As part of that set, I made an Altaria EX. That was 2 months ago, and I know we're getting Mega Altaria EX, but I'm still going to talk about this. I designed this card to be part of sort of a colorless engine specifically tied to the gym leader Winona. Winona uses flying types, and the only main theming of flying Pokemon I could find is sort of playing around with the bench. But this actually made it really easy to come up with some secondary effects. Altaria here is sort of that defensive component. Your Pokemon take less damage based on, your number of bench Pokemon capping at 30. It's an easy choice making this into EX, partly because of its popularity, but I also felt it'd be weird for a non EX to have this ability. And because of that, I made sure to limit its offensive. Of course, it's colorless, so it's not going to hit anything for weakness. Plus, since it has a low energy cost move, it made it really easy just to give it a low damage output. Swellow here is probably the best card out of this sort of deck I'm making and is the support Pokemon. Its ability is directly better than Shape and Skies intentionally, which can be justified as, it's a stage 1 and takes up more slots in the deck. This is also the same effect that the original base set Dodrio had, which I thought was really neat. And for the main intended offensive option, I decided on Pelipper, mostly because neither Tropius nor Skarmory, both of which are also used by Winona, they just didn't feel colorless enough for me. So I just settled on Pelipper. And this one was, really simple. It just does more damage based on your number of bench Pokemon. And so Winona as a supporter card, it was just really easy to figure out. Just have it summon the basic of all these Pokemon into your hand. And I think this allows for, a lot of potential. You could, just run this deck as is, or replace Pelipper with a different heavy hitter, maybe like a water type that needs a lot of energy. Or you can just slot Winona and Swellow into any other deck and just sort of get a free like X speed on your bench. So I wanted these cards to be decent colorless options that you could just slot in anywhere. Much like, some of the old genetic Apex cards like Meowth, Kangaskhan, or, Farfetch'd. And I hope I did a good job, trying to recreate that effect with something that at least still felt appropriate and balanced. But let me know what you guys think.